Listen up, because I'm about to put you up on game and teach you in a matter of minutes how to put a couple extra $100 a month in your pocket. When I got into a money-making position, I realized that the biggest thing that keep black people from making money is information. So many of y'all know so much to know nothing. And I had to figure that out. So look, the tea, the NutriBurst, and the host of other products with TLC. Let me break this down for you real quick and dispel all types of myths and rumors. This packet of tea right here retails for $80. You sell one packet of tea, the company gives you back $40 in commission. All right, you get one person to sign up for this tea and put it on auto ship. Every 30 days, you will make $40 off of one customer. All right, sell one pack of tea a week to one person. That is 40, 80, 120, 160. That is $160 a month off of selling 4 packets of tea. Oh, you gotta have a big social media following. It's easy for you. No. We all have a network. Family, friends, co-workers, PTA people, neighbors. You mean to tell me amongst all the people you come in contact with on a daily basis, you can't find one person to sell one product to? And then each week, each month, you compound on that. I'm not saying you finna get rich. I'm not saying you're gonna be able to buy a mansion. I'm not saying you finna be able to go to the Gucci store tomorrow. But a little extra never hurt nobody. The tea is a scam. It's a scam. It's diet tea. All right then, fuck it. Don't sell the tea. Sell whatever product speaks to your soul. TLC is just like Avon. They have a whole catalog full of products. Sell the toothpaste. Sell the skin moisturizer. Sell the multivitamin. Multivitamin surely can't be a scam. Find the product that speaks to you and find somebody to sell the product to. Want to make a little extra money? Click the link below to join my sales team. Listen, y'all, folks is out here making money. And it only costs you less than $80 to get involved. What do you have to lose? Now enjoy this damn video. Y'all, I don't know if Mercury is in retrograde and quietness is kept. I don't even half believe in that mess. But there's a whole lot of damn shit going on, from Sharon Osborne down to Fuck Up the Thing to Kirk Franklin and his son to Trey Songz spitting in people's mouth in these damn Grammys. Oh my God. I know y'all want to talk about it, so I ain't even gonna ask you. Here you go. Nessa, girl, let me tell you something. I was infuriated at this next story, and that is the talk has gone on hiatus pending investigation of Sharon Osborne's remarks and the heated emotional exchange she and Cheryl Underwood had. And I'm here to tell you something. I take all kind of exception with this move on behalf of CBS. Quiet as it's kept, and I'm going to defend Sharon in this regard. I don't understand what they're investigating. As far as I'm concerned, Sharon Osborne said something that was ill-informed, a tad bit insensitive, and quite frankly stupid and full of white privilege. But I don't think that she did anything wrong that it warrants some sort of investigation. Now, if she did and I'm missing something, please let me know. She didn't call nobody a racial slur. She didn't threaten nobody. She was simply passionate about her position on an issue, and that's what the show was all about. Again, her statement and her position was ill-informed as far as black people are concerned, but hell, there are people walking around ignorant to issues all day long. There is no crime in that. in my opinion. Moreover, if CBS did feel like Sharon Osborne did something wrong that's worth an investigation, then why is it, bitch, that all of us being punished? Why we can't go to work because her ass said something that y'all need to investigate? Y'all need to do in this Sharon Osborne situation the same thing you do when somebody go on maternity leave, vacation, got tonsillitis, or have a death in the family. You call the next nearest celebrity who's articulate and let them fill in for the week. Quiet as it's kept, I'm sure Leah Remini, Holly Robinson Pete, or Eve ass would have came back on a computer screen just to fill in for a week. I'm not understanding why all the ladies had to not come to work. Now, a fan dropped down in my comments and said, perhaps that they put the entire cast on hiatus because they did not want to single Sharon out. And I can get that. I can totally understand, that logic of not wanting to single her out because that would suggest in the court of opinion that she did something wrong. But I'm not quite understanding what the hell y'all are investigating. So any of my HR people that follow, please drop that in the comments and please fill us in on what the hell CBS is investigating. Now, the only thing I could potentially think is that perhaps some advertisers made some phone calls and they got in an uproar. And in that instance, the answer is still to remove Sharon Osborne's ass. Okay? I don't understand what it is y'all have to figure out. That show can go on, it can continue, it can move forward without Sharon Osborne and her damn near 70-year-old, ill-informed, big Vienna sausage lip, pink rooster hair opinion. And that's just that on that. That's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. But moving on to the Virgin Mary, child, Kirk Franklin out here about to fuck up all the church's money. Okay, girl, I know y'all seen this video of Kirk Franklin turning into plies and cussed his son, the dog, fuck at. But I'm gonna tell you something. And maybe because I've been learning through talking to y'all that I grew up in a setting that many people will call dysfunctional and call it trauma-filled. For me and other people like me, that was just my baseline. I don't know any better. So with that being said, I'm going to say this. I don't really see nothing wrong with what Kirk Franklin did. I don't see nothing wrong. Like, granted, we didn't hear the front of the conversation, and people have a way of chopping and screwing what it is that they want you to hear. But in the small piece that I did hear, I heard that son being disrespectful to Kirk Franklin and Kirk Franklin responding rightfully so. Now here's the thing. Kirk Franklin came out and did this apology, and he expressed that over the years he and his family have been having a lot of issues with the son. The son does not refute that and says that he does not get invited to holidays. He's not allowed to take family photos, so on and so forth. So there is a lot going on with this family, and we, the public, we don't know where it begins and where it ends, so we should withhold our judgment. It is evident, it is factual that something is going on. I think that it's not going out on a limb to say that son is hurt and that son has been outcast and ostracized from the family. And I'm curious to know why. Is he gay? Is he just sorry? Does he sell drugs? Like, I would be curious to know what it is a son could do that would get him disallowed from the family for this many years, that he can't come to holidays and take family photos, so on and so forth. It's evident that there is a lot of hurt there. And the son did what he did in an effort to maim Kirk Franklin. Now listen, in a perfect world, we wouldn't talk to our parents or our children like that. Yes, in 2021, we as black people, we now know better. We now know that you don't have to cuss at your kids and whoop your kids and all of these other vestiges of slavery and vestiges of the deep south, and just when times were different and we had to correct our children that way. Therapy has taught us, scientists and psychologists have taught us that there is a better way. As we've evolved as a people, as a race, as we've gotten more affluent, as we've gotten more educated, as we've been privy to more opportunities, we have learned that there is a better way. I would like to think that if I had children today or tomorrow, I would not discipline them nor talk to them the way my parents disciplined and talked to me. However, my parents disciplined me and talked to me the same goddamn way, and I turned out just fine. Don't you think? I'm not crazy. I'm a whole human. A whole me that's full of love for the community. I turned out just fine. Woo, fine. But it was disheartening. But I'm going to tell you the thing that bothered me the most. The thing that bothered me the most about it was that fake ass insincere apology. Like, Kurt, come on, dude. You black. I'm black. Nigga, you grew up with a regular ass black family where if you stepped out of line, your parents cussed you the fuck out and beat your ass. You didn't feel sorry about that shit. You did what you knew. You did what most of us would do if our children was talking to us sideways. I've used words that I should not have used, and if I offended anyone, I'm from the bottom of my heart. I'm like, Kurt, you gotta understand that shit white people do, it don't work for them, and it damn sure don't work for us. Nobody is believing it. And so I don't know if it's a situation where you've got business and endorsement deals hanging out there somewhere, and maybe your advisors called you and did that, but I hope you didn't do it for that piss poor ass black church. Because quiet as it's kept. If you a devout member of the black church, then you devoutly talk to your children the way Kurt did when his ass got out of line, and you damn sure beat their ass. What it said, spare the rod and ruin the child, or something. Some of that bullshit y'all like to research from church people. So come on, man. Like I would have had more respect if you said, me and I apologize for a family matter spilling out to the public. Me and my family have been going through this at this time, and we ask that y'all allow us to resolve this and continue to resolve this in private, and pray for us. That's the statement you needed to say. But all that backpedaling and pussy popping for what you really meant? Nah, dog. I ain't with it. And you supposed to be honest and full of the Holy Spirit at all times. I don't think God put a caveat in there for you. It's okay to lie when you making a PR statement. But speaking of backpedaling and pussy popping, we gonna get the funny stuff out of the way, then we gonna have a real conversation. Trey Songz spitting in them girls' mouths. You know, maybe because I'm a man, there's just an unconscious bias that I'm going to have gender to gender. But when I saw the video, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I was more mad with the girls than I was with Trey Songz. What in the entire fuck is wrong with you that you will get down on your fucking knees in public and let a man hawk from the back of his throat and his jaws and spit down and you ingest it? I understand being starstruck. I understand wanting to be in the company of celebrities. I understand thinking that, you know, maybe I have a chance with this person and it's going to change my life. I don't understand degrading myself to that level. Okay, so like, walk me through this logistically. You get up off your knees, you wipe your face, the weekend goes by, it's Monday, and now you walk in the hair salon like what? You go back to school that Monday feeling what? You return to work expecting just what reaction and response from people? Like, you think Mona Scott Young is gonna call you and put you on Love and Hip Hop because you're the girl who Trey Songz spit in her mouth? Like, I'm deeply concerned. Social media, music, reality TV, this is what it's turning our youth into. This is not okay. And I don't want to call them whores and all that type of stuff, but it's just, it's low. I need somebody to break down to me, because I'm not gonna go in on them, because it's obvious that life has gone in on them enough to even make themselves susceptible to something. I would just be curious to know what their background looks like that they'd be so willing to do something like this. Now, Trey Songz, where you get it at is, we're on this whole protect black women shit, protect all women thing. Like, I don't understand why you get a kick out of degrading a woman like that. And, when you look at this Jeffrey Epstein thing, you look at Law and Order, and they talk about rape being a crime of passion. And when you're Trey Songz and you're sexy and you got money and you've got access, Trey Songz has had every variation of willing sex that there is to have. So once you get bored with the traditional thing, I realize that these rich men, they start to move into these power and domination spaces. How far can I go? How far can I degrade her? What can I make a bitch do to make me feel more like a man? Take this dick, bitch. Take it. They start getting in that power realm as their sexual hunger gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it gets harder and harder and harder to satisfy. That's what I saw in that moment. That was an ego boost. Yeah, I got bitches so crazy over me, I spit in them bitches' mouths. Ugh, take that. It was gross. And I'm here to say, coupled with Trey Songz' sex tape that mysteriously leaked, but didn't leak, bitch, because it was in your phone. You leaked it. Something's going on with Trey right now. He's having a mid-career crisis. He's too young to have a midlife crisis. He's having a mid-career crisis. And what's odd is Trey Songz, in my opinion, has always been a solid artist. He's like a Fantasia to me and a Monica. Whereas they ain't gonna never do Beyonce and Rihanna numbers. But they're consistent and they always gonna do like this. And here is how this translates into the future. Patti LaBelle never did Diana Ross in the Supreme numbers. Diana Ross was the Beyonce of their time. But which one of them still working? Patti's whole career was like this. Whereas Diana's had peaks and valleys. There's not as big of a demand right now for Diana Ross as there is for Patti, because Patti has stayed relevant and consistent through the times. That's what I've always felt about Trey Songz, and I put Fantasia and Monica and people like that in that bracket. Trey ain't never get Chris Brown flowers and Usher flowers, and probably ain't gonna never get them. But every CD he give you 2 or 3 that sustain that CD, do a little radio play, then he goes off and he disappears and you never hear no mess about him. Trey, you made it this long. Why start now, bruh? Why start now? This ain't you. It ain't never been you. You was the low-key dude that stayed out of trouble, that we didn't even know what was going on in your personal life. We left all that shit to Chris Brown. And then now if you want to do the shock factor PR stuff, get with Kris Jenner and publicize the shit. You are single-handedly destroying everything you built. You teetering them R. Kelly territories. It's just nasty. And it's unbecoming, and I am so disappointed in you. And this is when we need to get back to the point where old school artists mentor these younger ones. Man, somebody need to get in his fucking ass. And I'm trying to think who left out there responsible enough to even do it. Howard Hewitt, you need to call him. Aaron Hall, you need to call him. Teddy Riley, you need to call him. Anthony Hamilton, Raheem Devon, somebody need to call him and get his ass together, because this is not for the glory of the kingdom or the legacy, y'all. Come on now. And speaking for the glory of the kingdom and the legacy, y'all, Did y'all get into them Grammys last night? Listen, I'll be the first person to say I did not watch the award show. I don't know who all won what, who all didn't win. There are only two things that I know. Beyonce is now the most decorated Grammy artist singer with 28 Grammys. She's not the most Grammy-winning person, period. There's a composer who actually has the most Grammys, but she's the most Grammy-decorated singer in history. And then, bitch, that Cardi B and that Meg The Stallion performance, bitch, that thing was iconic, okay? Listen, let me tell you something. Cardi B and Megan are prime examples of what it looks like when the establishment gets behind you. Last night really proved to me that the difference between Cardi, Megan, and all these other girls is not talent. It is not talent whatsoever, because there are actually so many talented females in the game right now. The difference is the machine has gotten behind them and co-signed it. Because let me tell you something, that performance, that was $1 million in costuming alone. And when you're Cash Doll or Dream Doll or Asian Doll or Akbar V or Light Skin Keisha, you can't even begin to creatively match any of that if you don't have the team, the resources, and the backing. Those girls got the backing behind it. I mean, baby, they hired the best concert choreographer, the best costume designer, the best stage person, the best production. That performance was sickening. Sickening, bitch. Sickening. Okay, it was sickening. And it was definitely one that was memorable. And, you know, I will say this, while I'm on the fence about music like WAP in terms of what it does to the minds of our impressionable youth versus entertainment, I will say Cardi and Meg definitely pushed the envelope when it comes to being risque on prime time television. Even that toned down version of Up and WAP had me hot in between my legs and in my butt, baby. I was like, yes, go in and let have. Cardi B, she danced her ass off, and I'm sure it probably helps that she was a stripper, so she probably already had the moves. But baby, the machine and the establishment is behind those two girls, and they did the damn thing on that damn performance. Could you only imagine if this was HBO, bitch, and they could have did the real thing? The only thing I would have liked a little better is just had it not been so obviously lip synced. You know what I'm saying? But I know with that level of dirty whining and rolling that kiki, baby, you can't, she ain't no Beyonce, bitch. Now she can't, Cardi said you pushing it. I can't say all them words and roll my kiki. Pick one, bitch. You want me to rap or you want to dance? And in this instance, bitch, we'll take the dance. Next, girl, I gotta get in here and watch Housewives Married to Medicine. Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I think I'll pop back in with Bell Collector. So I might be calling y'all 1 or 2 more times today. And I'll call